Hello? You called multiple times. Is everything okay?
What do you mean? Is everything okay? While you were carefree on your trip, things were tough here.
What's wrong? I can't understand why you're suddenly angry.
You should understand. We're in the middle of a funeral right now.
A funeral? Is it, by any chance, your father?
Just come home quickly. And tell my sister, who's with you, the same.
What are you talking about?
Coming back with regret. You scumbag who was probably enjoying an affair trip during my dad's funeral. I spat out, then hung up the phone. I wonder what expression he'll have when he returns. I want to push him into hell quickly. I'm a 31-year-old housewife. I've been married for 6 years. I met my husband while working as an office lady. He was a salesman for a client company. After meeting several times for work, he approached me, and we started dating. I was drawn to his freedom, or rather, his confidence, and we ended up getting married. 2 years ago, at his request, I quit my job when we had a daughter, and now I live as a housewife. We live a bit far from my parents' house, so it's a bit disappointing that they can't see their cute grandchild often. My daughter, who just turned 2 recently, seems to have entered the terrible 2s. She's in a state that perfectly matches the terrible 2s, saying no to everything. Dealing with such a daughter is exhausting, but he leaves childcare entirely to me.
I work hard outside to earn money, so you take care of the house.
That seems to be his stance, perhaps influenced by his late father. Of course, as a housewife, I mainly take care of housework and childcare, but I want you to help a bit. It's sad for her to have so few opportunities to interact with her dad.
So, are you going to help me with my work? It's unfair for me to do both work and childcare. Why do you think you became a housewife in the first place?
While I can understand some of what he says, I didn't argue further. Recently, he has seemed quite busy with work, coming home late at night, and sometimes not coming home at all on weekends due to work. I'm tired from dealing with my daughter's terrible 2s, and he seems tired from work, leading to more arguments between us. Another thing that frustrates me is my 2 years older sister.
Hey there. How are you? Sorry, but can you take care of my kid this weekend?
What? Again? You forced me to take care of them last time too. I'm not your nanny, you know?
Come on. I used to take care of you a lot back then, so I think of it as payback, right?
It's okay occasionally, but not multiple times a month. Let me have a break too.
Taking a break. You're a housewife, so it should be fine, right? If you keep complaining about this, your husband will get mad. So, see you this weekend.
And just like that, I was coerced into it again this time. I ended up taking care of my 3-year-old nephew since it's not his fault. My sister doesn't seem to get along well with her husband. Since their divorce last year, she's been raising her child as a single parent. However, lately, she often leaves her child with me on weekends, so it feels like I'm doing half of the childcare. And Friday morning. Tomorrow, I'm supposed to take care of her child. It's become common recently, but my daughter and nephew don't get along well and often end up fighting. Feeling gloomy, I consulted my husband while having breakfast. My sister asked me to take care of her child for 2 days starting tomorrow. Can't you take them out somewhere? If they're at home, my daughter and nephew might end up fighting.
Didn't I mention it? I'm going on a trip with my coworkers starting tomorrow. Sorry, but can you handle it alone?
What? You didn't tell me. Recently, you've been working even on your days off. So occasionally, spend time with our daughter, won't you?
I have obligations at work. And I've told you before, I'll leave the house stuff to you. Don't make me repeat the same thing over and over again.
With that, he got angry and went to work. I couldn't help but shed tears, feeling like I was single-handedly raising our child. It feels like being a single parent. As I was doing housework at home, the doorbell rang. It was my sister.
Sorry. It's sudden. But can you take care of the kids starting today?
What? That's so sudden. We agreed it would start tomorrow, didn't we? Hey, you're being too selfish.
Circumstances changed. It's just from 2 days to 3, so it's fine. Right. You're a housewife. You can take care of them alone for 3 days. Can't you?
That's... The way you say it, it sounds like you know that my husband won't be here this weekend. How do you know?
That's... You often say that he's always busy and rarely at home. So I just assumed it would be the same this time. Well then, take care.
Wait a minute. Saying that she hurriedly left. I felt a slight discomfort from her words, but I was too busy taking care of the kids to think deeply about it. Fortunately, my daughter and nephew were playing nicely without fighting. Just when I felt relieved that I could somehow get through these 3 days. It was a call from my mother. I answered, thinking it was unusual. Hello, Mom? What's wrong?
Listen carefully. Your father was in an accident. The police called just now. I'm going to the hospital now, so please come right away.
Huh? An accident? Dad? Wait, is he okay?
Forget that, just come as soon as you can. I'll contact your sister.
With a sense of foreboding from my mother's urgent tone, I quickly took my daughter and nephew in the car and headed to the hospital. Arriving at the hospital and being guided by my mother to my father's room, I saw him connected to several tubes. Dad. Seeing my father, I understood instantly. This was a serious situation. Mom probably didn't elaborate on the phone because she feared I'd get as distressed as my father and have an accident myself.
The doctor said he doesn't have much time. But I believe in your father.
That's right. As his daughter, if I give up, Dad will scold me. I can't show weakness in front of the children.
True. By the way, I can't reach your sister. Is she leaving the kids with you again and going out to play?
That's right. She said she wanted me to take care of my nephew from tomorrow, but she came this morning and asked me to take care of him from now on. I was pushed into it. What is she doing at a time like this?
You're hopeless. I've been lenient because you're a single parent, but this is going too far.
Ah, sorry. I was in a hurry and couldn't contact my husband. Let me call him real quick. And I called my husband. Hello? Listen, calmly. Dad was in an accident. I'm at the hospital now. Can you come right away?
What's his condition?
Well, I don't know the details yet, but can you come for now? With a moment of surprise, I felt both doubt and frustration toward him, who seemed hesitant, while hiding the critical condition. Just like how my mother was worried I'd have an accident due to being distraught.
Is that so? Sorry, but I've already come on this trip. It was supposed to be from tomorrow, but a colleague asked to go early this afternoon. I'll buy clothes and stuff here.
What? What's that about? Please inform me properly. Anyway, come back home.
It's not that big of a deal, is it? I've only met your father like 3 or 4 times, and my going won't make much of a difference, right? Besides, I'm already at the destination. I'll be back the day after tomorrow, so I'll visit him then.
I couldn't comprehend what he just said. Even though his father-in-law was in such a state, he prioritized the trip. Certainly, I didn't want to cause unnecessary worry to him, so I kept the fact that my father was in critical condition hidden, but this was his response. I felt not just incredulity, but even a sense of murderous intent. Thinking it couldn't be helped when I tried to tell him that my father was in critical condition.
Hey, what are you doing? Let's go already.
Through his phone, I faintly heard a woman's voice. Then I understood. Why was he so eager for this sudden trip? He wasn't on a trip with colleagues, but on an affair trip with some woman. With a calmness that surpassed anger, I replied, "That's fine," and hung up. How should I tell my mother? I didn't want to talk about my scumbag husband at a time like this. Reluctantly, I decided to say I couldn't reach him and inform her later. As soon as things calm down, I'll file for divorce. And as usual, I can't reach my sister. Where on earth is she and what is she doing? While comforting the children, I couldn't help but think that my troubled sister and scumbag husband somehow resembled each other. The next day, my father passed away peacefully in his sleep. My mother, who had been holding it together until then, broke down in tears, and I couldn't stop crying either as I comforted her. Amidst the sadness, we hurriedly made arrangements for my father's funeral, and after calming down a bit, my mother told me to rest. I took the opportunity to leave the kids at weekend daycare and sign the divorce papers. Still no contact from my husband or sister. I had thought they were so alike, but now a strange sense of discomfort crept in.
Hey, what are you doing? Let's go already.
That woman's voice over the phone with my husband. I had been worried about his affair, but the voice sounded familiar from somewhere. Could it be? It sounded just like my sister's voice. I couldn't believe it, but as a last resort, I searched my sister's social media and found it. There were lots of photos of them enjoying their trip. In one of them, there was a reflection of my scumbag husband faintly visible on a window. Those two. They're the worst. With that, everything made sense. My sister had dumped her son on me and was having an affair with my husband. That's why she seemed to know that I'd be alone with the kids for these 3 days. Digging through old photos, I found out their affair had been going on since before my sister's divorce. And then I had an idea and immediately put it into action. I tried calling my scumbag husband multiple times before the funeral, but couldn't get through. Well, our preparations are in order, so it doesn't matter when they come back. I still haven't told my mother about their affair. This is my revenge. I'll drag those two down to hell. Around the time the funeral started, my husband finally called.
Hello? You've been calling a lot. Is something wrong?
What's wrong? while you've been casually on your trip. We've been dealing with a lot here.
What's going on? Even if you suddenly get mad like that, I won't understand.
You should understand. We're right in the middle of the funeral.
The funeral? Could it be your father?
Just come back home already. And tell your sister, who's next to you, the same.
What? What are you talking about?
You'll regret it when you come back. You scumbag. They must be panicking right about now. What kind of faces will they make when they return? Thinking about that, I couldn't concentrate at all during my father's funeral. And then, 3 hours later, they must have hurried back. My sister and husband came back together. With this, it's as if they're confessing to the affair themselves. Oh, you two came back together so nicely. Having an affair trip while my dad is in critical condition. You're something.
What are you talking about? I just happened to run into your sister there. There's no need to say it like that, even though we hurried back.
That's right. I didn't even check my phone and just found out now. I mean, I can't have an affair with your husband. I understand you're upset because of Dad's death. But calm down.
They seem to be coordinating their story in a direction where they don't know anything, despite making such an obvious appearance. They're truly contemptible. If they had just apologized honestly, the outcome might have been better. In front of my mother and me, I presented conclusive evidence. Oh. So you still claim to know nothing? Then what's this? I found it on her social media, but it's a picture with your reflection on the window.
Oh, you're right.
Seeing the evidence, they both looked defeated and couldn't say anything. My mother looked tense.
What's this all about? You two had that kind of relationship. Don't joke around. Doing such a thing while your father was suffering. Hey, I'm cutting ties with you after today. I'll naturally stop all the support I've been giving. Don't ever show your faces again.
Suddenly, my mother, although shaken, snapped and looked at my sister with eyes of disdain. Maybe she had a vague suspicion that my sister was seeing someone. But she probably never imagined it would be my husband.
That's.
To my sister, who collapsed in shock, and to my scumbag husband who stood by her side, I said, "Of course, I'll be divorcing you. I'll be contacting a lawyer later for alimony and child support, so be prepared. And I'll be seeking alimony from you too, sister."
Wait a minute. Alimony? We have young children, you know. And this time, it was just a moment of weakness. I was possessed by something. Can't you forgive me?
That's right. It's the first time for both of us. We'll never cheat again. And I won't force you to take care of the kids. Please, forgive us.
What? I have kids too, you know? Besides, what I can't forgive is that you both prioritized your affair trip over my father's accident. I can't forgive people like that. You're both scumbags. With that clear statement, I ignored my sobbing sister and made my scumbag husband write the divorce papers. I knew they had been cheating not only this time but even before her divorce, but I didn't want to tarnish my father's funeral any further, so I decided to keep it quiet for now. Now that I'm done with what I needed to do, please disappear from this place. As I said that, they left, escaping with glances of disapproval from everyone around. 2 weeks after my father's funeral, I told my sister's ex-husband about the affair. He was furious and said he'd seek compensation through a lawyer and demand custody again. I'm relieved to know my nephew isn't at fault, and I've taken care of him many times. As for my sister, she's facing a tough time as she's being sued for compensation by both me and her ex-husband, and she's lost my mother's support. Considering she dumped her child on me and cheated, it's only fair. My ex-husband, having been informed about the affair at his workplace, seems to be enduring judgmental gazes while working. Having lived a life of just work and affairs, he'll now have to work hard to pay compensation and child support, feeling uncomfortable. As for me, I'm currently living happily with my daughter and mother. There are no plans for remarriage yet, but I hope to meet a kind person who values me and my family. How did you find this story? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Well then, let's meet in the next video.